For this internship, I've set 4 main learning objectives, which were to improve my leadership skills, confidence level, communication, and keep up the motivation and determination. And here is how I managed to develop myself to achieve them. Being a team leader, I had to impose myself more than the other cast members. Example would be daily briefings with my team to explain to them the organization of the day, also briefings with other team leaders of other departments together with the hotel manager, as well as dealing with outsourcing companies such as Richard Fleur or Déco Floral for flower decoration and orders, or Orobat for mise en place of Christmas decoration, and so much more. Those daily situations helped me to impose myself, and taking responsibilities was easier as I felt more confident in what I was doing, and this encouraged me to keep on this attitude. In terms of motivation, things get easier. We are at Disneyland and there's no place for boredom. The work as such was not monotonous. Extra occasions like decoration of room for the DSI, which means Disney Special Activities Services, would allow myself to expose my creative part. Work also was fun. We had regular outings. Also, there are activities organized not only for the hotel but for all the resort, like the Soirée de Noël for employees and family, invitation for the pre-opening of the Big Thunder Mountain, without omitting our pass en scène to invite our family and friends for free at any time. And keeping myself busy with my friend discovering the park was really fun too. But the best part to boost the motivation was the recognition from the guests. And lastly, for communication, at first I was reluctant to meet the guests in cases of complaint, so I was made to shadow other team leaders to see how they deal with the situation, play with the word, deal with other departments to make a compromise with the guests, and giving a touch of magic or Disney style as a personal sign of apology. In the end, I was even volunteering to meet the guests alone. Another situation where communication was important was for the project that I was allocated through this internship, which was the planning of the cast members of the department. I was literally traveling with my planning organization in case anyone would call me or ask me for any change or replacement or any request for holidays and so on. During these 6 months, I've learned about the company culture, rules, my working environment, the tasks and responsibilities my manager expected from me, and here's a list of what helped me to achieve my duty. During the first days, we had our welcoming session called Tradition to know about the company culture, history, safety rules, practical information like employees and trends. Then, in my department, I was assigned to a tutor for a personalized training, followed by an HIS training, which is the system of the hotel. Also, training classes with our gouvernante on how to inspect a room, audit our hotel and our housekeepers. And for all other details, we had our referential book. We had the opportunity to participate in other trainings like Join the Disney Attitude to promote the courtesy key. Idem, being in a multicultural company, facing discrimination is a daily thing, so how to react to it. Alchemy 5 étoiles of how to create the magic moment for our guests. And also how to adopt a professional look with grooming, mannerism, as well as communication. Plus be part of our annual PMT to evaluate the progression of the hotels of the resort with a Disney touch. Check it out. The overall, if we needed general information, we had a special place for all requests called the Cast Member Land on the official website of the resort called The Hub, dedicated to the employees to see any event, blockout, or any news concerning the resort. The academic level is getting higher, so would be the difficulty of it. As seen for my learning objective, I usually pick general points like motivation, communication, and so on, because I will be using those skills not only in my future career, but also in my daily life, which keeps on evolving every time I come from an internship. An example of the leadership part, last year I was the entertainment manager for my banquet. Having worked a lot on leadership during my internship, I'm pretty sure I will be able to put my experience to practice for the next banquet, as I'm planning to take HE and be better than the previous time, which will be useful in the future as I am planning to be an event organizer. So yes, all interlinked. So here's the situation. The guest was waiting at the GM desk to talk to one of the housekeeping team leaders. But before, try to have as much as information about what is the issue in the room, then print the folio of the guest to have their full name, all details about the stay and any comments that we need to be conscious of. Then, greet the guest and introduce yourself. Don't forget to stay calm, because the first look can influence the way the guest would react. Afterwards, listen to the guest carefully and try not to interrupt him. So here's the actual problem. The guest found a sticky gum on her shower's curtain, the marble table of the sink was damaged, and she had to wait too long for the breakfast. To ensure that you have clearly understood what the problem is, recapitulate it to the guest to avoid misunderstanding and don't hesitate to take notes. Then, don't forget to present your apologies to the guest, but not too much, because it might appear to be unprofessional. So this is how I dealt with the situation. I explained to the guest that I would call the housekeeping team to change the bathroom shower's curtain, and that for the sink, I made them understood that this is not a one-day task, and since the hotel and the resort was full, no room move was possible. And finally, we cannot predict the waiting line for breakfast, especially during those festive occasions, even with a reservation. To remedy to this, I made a Disney style, offering to the guests a lunch or dinner excluding alcohol upon her convenience at any date within her stay in one of the restaurants of the resort, and a magic touch of a pin or beverages, again upon her convenience. Check if the guest is satisfied with the proposition that we've made, as we are aiming to regain his trust for him to come back again. Later on, there was a maintenance check in all rooms to evaluate the marble table in all sinks. This issue is recorded in the common folder of the hotel called the Rapport Journalier, so that the concerned departments are aware of this in order to improve the standards of the hotel. Follow-up is also done with the guest till the end of his stay through regular courtesy visits to ensure customer satisfaction.